Oh, hello, beautiful people and Linux fans. I hope you have a wonderful week so far. So, for today's video, I would like to try and show you how you can easily run a dual GPU or Optimus laptops. In my case, I'm using my Dell laptop, which has the Intel integrated GPU, and of course, nVIDIA. So without further ado, let's get to the video and see what we can do about it. Okay, before we start, I would like to show you, I will be doing this on my brand new installation of Arch Linux, vanilla Arch Linux. I have just installed that. I have not done anything besides installing couple of packages like Steam, Lutris, and of course OBS, so I can record this video. As you can see, this is my computer spec, in this case my laptop. So let's get to the video now. Okay, if you are like me and you have a dual GPU or Optimus laptops, and if you want to use Linux, well, of course, this is not the most easiest thing to do on the world, but it's getting pretty good and pretty better considering what was like few years ago. But anyway, so I'm gonna try and show you a couple of ways how you can do that. This is not the most beginner friendly, but I believe it's not that hard to do. So the first thing is the one that I like to use. This is the nVIDIA-prime. For this, you're gonna need one package, nVIDIA-prime. So let's install it real quick. How you install, and just a reminder, although I'm using Arch Linux to show you this, most if not all of the programs and packages that I'm using here are available on the most Linux distros, for example Debian and Ubuntu, even SUSE, even Fedora, they have them. So I will continue using Arch for this. And how you install this package nVIDIA-prime. And as you can see, this is the name and the version of the package that we want to install. Just click yes, and that's it. It's a pretty small program, but it's pretty useful. I'll show you how to use it now. All you have to do is just prime-run, and for example, I want to run Lutris. Wait a little bit to load, and now the program that I have chosen for this example, and this is Lutris, it started using the nVIDIA GPU. Okay, so I know it's not the most useful thing to start every time the application that you want to use from the terminal. Another example I'll give you with Steam. If you want to use specific game, instead of launching Steam with the prime run on the command line, you can of course select a game. For example, I will be using the, let's say, Path of Exile. So what you're gonna do, just right click on the game you have selected, go to properties, and here on the general you have launch options. Here all you have to do is just write down prime-run percentage command. Oops. Of course, you have to spell right. So anyway, that's all you have to do, and don't worry, I will leave everything I use in this video in the description down below. So now after you have done that, every time you have started this game in my example Path of Exile, it's going to look for the launch options and it's going to start the prime run command that we gave it, which means it's going to use your discrete, in my case NVIDIA GPU. Let's check it out. If everything is correct, it should start using the NVIDIA GPU. This might take a while, so be patient. Alright, we are in game right now. Just check it out, go to options, and as you can see under display we are using the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. So that's pretty awesome. Let's close the game now and continue. After Steam, I started giving you example how to start using the nVIDIA-prime with Lutris. I can give you the same example for Lutris. Let's open it without running the terminal and prime run. For example, I'm going to use the same game, Path of Exile. Just right click on the game, go to configure. You go to the systems option tab. And now here under display and GPU, you have the option to select which GPU to start the game. I am using the NVIDIA in this case. Just click save, and now every time when I start the game, it should use the NVIDIA card. And I don't have to use the prime command in the terminal. Okay, we are back again in the same character in the same game. Let's check again if we are using the, yeah, of course we are using the NVIDIA GeForce GTX, which means we did alright so far. Let's close the game again and let's continue with the next option you have. Okay, for the next method, we are going to need to install another little cute program. And this is the switcheroo-control. I'll show you again. Open the terminal. Alright, again, this is the name of the package program and the version that is available to the latest Arch install. Again, this is another small program, but it's very useful. I'll show you in right now. But before we do that, right after the installation, we need to start the service that is connected to the program switcheroo-control. And how we do that? Okay, so we are good to go now. How we gonna use that? It's pretty easy actually. I'm using the GNOME desktop environment as you can see, and it's pretty easier to do here. For example, let's start with Lutris again. So find the Lutris, how you use the switcheroo-control, just right click. And now as you can see, you have the option launch using the discrete graphics card, which is pretty awesome. Click that and it's going to open Lutris using the NVIDIA GPU. You can do the same for Steam, but if I remember correctly, Steam should be defaulted to, yeah, as you can see, now you have the option to launch using integrated instead of discrete. So the difference is the integrated graphics card, at least in my case, this is the Intel HD, and the discrete card, this is the NVIDIA one. For gaming, I'm giving you this example, or for whatever reason you need it, the more powerful, and of course the one that uses, of course, more power and draining your battery, this is the NVIDIA or the discrete one. And after you install the switcheroo-control program, you can use this pretty easy. But for Steam, you don't really need that because Steam defaults after the installation to the NVIDIA card. So every time you open Steam, it should open it with the NVIDIA card. It's pretty awesome. Now, as I already told you, this is, well, at least looks pretty easy on GNOME, but for KDE and for the other desktop environment, this is not the case. So I have installed the KDE desktop environment. I'm gonna switch to it and I'm gonna show you how to proceed with that. I'll see you guys in a minute. So I have switched to the KDE Plasma that I have installed, of course, for this video again. This is, let me show you that I'm not. Okay, as you can see, this is the same Arch installation, but with KDE Plasma. Now, let's see how different it is from GNOME. For example, I will always use the Lutris. Now find Lutris, just right click and you have now the same options as you have on the GNOME. So how you proceed with this? Just go to the edit application, go to the application tab, go to advanced options, and now you have discrete GPU. Just click this, run using dedicated graphics card. That's all you have to do. Just click OK and OK one more time. And now every time you are starting Lutris, it's going to look for that option and it's going to use the NVIDIA or discrete GPU. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? I'll show you one more time because I know it's confusing for a lot of people. Now let's do it with Steam. Again, find the application that you want to use, right click, go to the edit application, go to the application, advanced options, and as you can see, as I told you on the GNOME version, the discrete GPU, it's already selected by default for Steam. But this is how you do it. Just click and check the box here and click OK. Okay, as far as I know, if you have the latest Cinnamon desktop environment, or recently I know the Budgie offers it, the Budgie desktop offers it too, you have the same option as here in KDE Plasma. Just right click the application you want to use. Unfortunately, I don't have any of these desktops installed, but you can try it for yourself. I'm pretty sure it works. A while back I had Cinnamon installed and I'm positive that it's working on Cinnamon. Okay, so let's continue with the last option I like to show you. And this is installing the Optimus Manager. This program used to be one, if not the most popular for running the dual GPUs, but it's not that popular. And I see in internet that a lot of people have problem using this program now. But anyway, let me show you how to install that. Again, you need to open the terminal. Now this program, it's available in the AUR or Arch user repositories. How you install this, you need EA or Paru or Trizen or whatever you guys like to use. And the one option that it gives us is the Git version. We want to install that, yes, just select one again, and yes. Alright, and the installation is done. You need to install another program. It's a optimus-manager-qt or Qt. I forgot to tell you about that, so sorry guys. Let's do this now. Okay, same option. Okay, so this have installed successfully and we should be good to go now. So now how you use that? Let's first check, try to run that. Okay, the Optimus Manager services, it's not enabled, so let's enable it. Okay, so we have enabled the Optimus-Manager service, and now it should run fine. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You might need to restart your system before you start using the Optimus Manager. So I will go ahead and do that, and I'll see you after the restart. Okay, we are back after the restart. And as you can see, we have the entry in the start menu. And it's not starting. Why it's not starting? You need another little configuration to do. I am using the GDM right now, and the regular GNOME desktop manager, it's not the best for using the Optimus Manager. All you need to do is install the gdm-prime. So I will show you again right now. Okay, and this is finally done. As you can see, this takes quite a while. And for this, you need to remove the regular GDM that you have installed. And now all you have to do is again restart your system. I'll come back when the restart is done. Okay, so we are back after the reboot, and after all the configuration we needed to do for Optimus Manager, it should be ready to go and run. Let's see. Just look for the Optimus, and you have the small tray icon right here. This is alright already. So what I usually do is just right click, go to the settings. I would like to start this every time when the computer starts. It has some configuration files and some other options that you can take a look. But what we need to do is, well, this is to be expected. So how you use the NVIDIA with this is just right click. You have the option switch to NVIDIA or switch to hybrid. So let's go ahead and switch to NVIDIA. You are about to switch GPU, you will be automatically logged out to apply the changes. Click apply. Management options. Okay. Alright, so we need to log out and log back in order to use the NVIDIA GPU. So let's go ahead and do that. We are logged in back in the KDE Plasma, and as you can see, the tray icon here that indicates which version of the Optimus Manager and the GPU we are running changed, and now we have this little NVIDIA icon, which means we are full on NVIDIA graphics. So anything you do or anything you are opening right now, it's going to use only and only the NVIDIA GPU. So that's it. That's all you have to do with Optimus Manager. And I know there is a lot more configurations and a lot more steps to do, but if you prefer to use it that way, that's perfectly fine. This is how you do it. But personally, I think much more easier and much more friendly is the first two methods that I already have showed you. But hey, this is a personal preference. If you want to use that, that's perfectly fine. Because I don't really like to go all the way to every time when I want to use the NVIDIA GPU, I have to walk back out and back and walk back in. Plus, another con for using this method is once you switch to the NVIDIA GPU, it's it's really hard on the battery life on your laptop. But hey, if you don't care about that, that's perfectly fine. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show you today. I hope at least some of you guys find this video helpful. And if you guys have any comments or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comment section. And until then, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching and bye.